All right, guys, welcome back to the Real South Africa. We got William White here. He actually been here with us before, and here's the update. All right, guys, this is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism, and of course, we have our trusted Latasha Blanton here.
From the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism.
And I hope everybody's doing well. We're doing well. And thank you guys for joining us on our channel. You guys know that we do travel and tourism. We do it big here in South Africa. So if you're looking to do the most here in this country, then all I'm going to say is just reach out to us on our website.
Yes, therealsouthafrica.com. You can also find us on social media as well. So just Google The Real South Africa and we will pop up.
Okay, good. Check this out. We got a gentleman that's going to be joining us in just a few minutes. He has been here before with us, and what we want to try to do is just get his viewpoint on, of course, his time here. He did an interview before with us, and then of course we want to get his prospects of what it was like when he returned, how we felt, how he felt different, if he felt different than prior to coming to South Africa. Just an overall overview of his time since he's been back. And then, of course, obviously he might want to come back to this South Africa. I don't know. What do you think, Josh?
I don't know. I think he probably wants to come back. I think he said when we spoke to him the last time that he wanted to make it an annual thing for his birthday. So we will see what he's talking about this time.
Yeah. But currently, you got guys. I'm sorry about that. You okay?
I'm joking.
Oh, okay. Why don't you drink a little bit of water, Tasha?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So anyway, as Tasha is getting cleared up and everything, we've had several people trust us in their travels to South Africa. We did an interview earlier today with a couple, actually two couples. It was two brothers and then their wives, and that was actually fun because they actually could actually appreciate everything that we were able to do for them as a tourism company. Tasha, what was your view on what they said?
What I liked about what they said, and my view of what they said, was that they are glad that they did it the way that they did it. They're of a certain age. They don't have time for a whole bunch of stuff. They like structure. So for those types of people, it really makes a difference in how our itineraries are set up. So they appreciated the way the itinerary was set up. They love the guides. So if you do come on a tour with us, you will understand what they're talking about.
Yeah, so it won't be a mystery. Maybe Mr. William White can shine a light on that as well, because he came with us and so forth. So currently, we do have a couple of tours that we have going on. Obviously, you can select your travel on our website. You can travel on the dates that you want. You can take advantage of the payment plans that we have on the website. We got pretty much everything that you need to include the 2025 real estate tour that's coming up in Durban. And the reason why we're doing one in Durban this year, because it's been demanded. It's weird. When we're doing them in Joburg, we're doing trips and we're doing our tours in Joburg, people are like, are you going to do one in Durban? Because if you do one in Durban, I want to join that. And obviously the universe must have heard it, because we're deciding to do one in Durban as well. Now I'm just waiting for everybody to say, are you going to do one in Cape Town? Are you going to we really want to do one in Cape Town. You know how it goes.
Yeah, that's basically the trajectory of how things go. If you do one someplace else, the people in that area want to know when you're coming to that area. So that's just kind of how it actually works.
Yeah, and what we like about it is people ultimately end up not knowing what they don't know.
Yes.
They always think they know. They're like, oh yeah, no, I want to buy a house, all these different things, until everything is put in front of them. So like, for example, let me give you a scenario that's going to happen in Durban. No, I want a 5-bedroom. I want a house that does this. And then they get there, they're going to see this nice 2-bedroom apartment. They're going to look out the window. They're going to see the Indian Ocean. They're going to see the little beach down there. And then they're going to look at the pricing. And then they're going to be like, oh, I wasn't even thinking about this. I didn't even know that was going to exist. So everybody on the 2024 real estate tour can vouch for me. They didn't know. Yep. They just knew that they wanted to look at property in South Africa, and they did. And most of them bought stuff that they didn't even think that they was coming to buy.
Everybody thought they were coming to buy, their forever home. But what happened was, once they got a hold of what the opportunities for investment were, they were like,
yeah,
this is a good place to start. So Durban's not going to be any different. You're going to see a plethora of
Yeah, of
everything.
course.
So please go to the website, therealsouthafrica.com. You'll scroll down, you'll see Durban 2025 real estate tour. And then, of course, we have the Food, Lux, and Spa tour coming up in April. If you're still, wondering about that, that's going to be top notch as well. And you can also
Yeah.
find that on our website.
Cool. But without further ado, we're about to bring this gentleman to the stage. He traveled with us before, and yes, we can find out. We always give people first impressions and so forth. But now let's get another impression. So without further ado, I'm adding them to the stage. Here we are. There he is, Mr. White.
Howdy.
Hey,
Dr. Glenn, how are you?
how are you?
I'm all right here. I was going to pull this up for you guys because I'm sure you want to know. It is a lovely negative 13 Celsius right now in Kansas City. Yes.
What? Is that a thing?
It's a thing here. It's a thing here. Meanwhile, I am sure that you're enjoying the 70s and 80-degree weather and all that good stuff. In summertime, not like I keep all of that in mind or anything.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
relaxing. Yeah.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah,
look
no,
good.
thank you. I appreciate it. It's
How you
good
feel?
to well, I will say this. After I came back from South Africa, it took me about 7 months to readjust.
7?
Right?
You wasn't here 7 months.
I was not there for 7 months. I was there for 2 weeks, but it took me about 7 months to get back into the normal swing of things here. Honestly,
Wait a minute. You came last.
I came in February 9th through the 19th. Not like I have it on my mind or anything when I was there.
So
My
that's
memory. So yeah. South Africa really did change a lot of things for me. I will tell you, when I got back to Kansas City, I got back here on a Tuesday. Got home, got a couple of things prepared. I went to sleep. I woke up early Wednesday morning. If you would have said for $1 million, where are you at right now? I would have told you I was in the Leonardo because I had the whole bedroom layout here.
Yeah.
I woke up, I knew I was in the Leonardo. I knew it. Only until I went into my bathroom here, they was like, nope, you are back in Kansas City. Here. Okay. All right. Okay. I was telling Mark earlier, I went to Target. Target is our version of Woolworths for anybody. I've been to Woolworths now, so I could talk about it because I've been in there. So I went to Target on New Year's Eve, and there was a Black man there talking to his wife on the phone, and the brother looked at me and he was like, "Hey, your wife ever send you to the grocery store to get anything?" I was like, "Nah, man." I was like, "I'm not married. I just know if they give you the list, you bring the stuff back."
Yeah, right? Of course.
And I was like, everything ties back to South Africa. So I was like, I was in South Africa earlier this year, and my guy, Herbert, has been married for 40 plus years. And he looked at me, he was like, "You went to South Africa?" I was like, "Yeah, I was there in February." He was like, "Me and my wife just did a trip. We went to Cape Town, Johannesburg, Botswana, and Zimbabwe." I was like, "Okay, cool." 30 minutes of just sitting there at the Target, just chopping it up about South Africa. Yeah. And his wife and him and I had the same reaction the minute we got back here. We back here. The minute I got to Atlanta, everything just came back. It was like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Well,
but go ahead.
But you're in the greatest country in the world, and you're in the most safest place in the world, so you should be good.
Right? Well, when I was there Chiefs had won the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a parade that was held in Kansas City. There was a shooting at that parade.
Really?
Yeah, as I was sitting there having breakfast in the Leonardo, I was able to look at BBC News, and Kansas City had made international news, and not in the best way.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was going to the malls there in South Africa. I was walking around the streets. I had no fear of anything. I mean, nothing. It was as comfortable as you can be being there. I did do something very American, because I was thinking about it the other day. When I went to Sanctuary Mandela, and I was getting my tour, and my guide was excellent, and I had to stop and ask her, "Why are South Africans so nice? I don't get this. That's the American side of me coming out, because I'm just like, what's happening here?" And she was like, "You're a guest in our company, in our country, and we want you to feel welcome." Yeah. And at that point, I was like, "Okay, I get this." And so from that moment on, I mean, from the minute I landed in South Africa, I was just accepted and everything. I mean, from the time I landed in OR, Tambo, all the way to Leonardo, to everything, the people were just gracious and wonderful. Heard Chris Brown was there. Yeah. And evidently he felt that South African love too. And I was like, told a friend of mine, he's welcome. Because once you feel that, it's hard. It's hard to come back to this. It's hard. But I say that South Africa absolutely is a place that definitely just changed my perspective on a lot of things. And really appreciative that I was able to go through you guys to get there. And I tell people, anytime they want to go, look, go out to the real South Africa, book it through them, because all I had to do was show up, and you took care of everything else.
Yeah, we wanted you to win. We wanted you to have that good experience. We knew that the South Africans were going to do their part. Again, that's just a normal speak here in South Africa. Everybody's kind to each other. For the most part, it's just that Americans, when they come, they need to be kind. Because we're not used to being that way. So
Exactly.
Yeah, and then imagine if obviously you're in a different space now, but imagine if you didn't come to South Africa. It'll be crazy, wouldn't it?
It would be, because there are other people who travel and they get out of the US. They get to see the world. And for us, specifically African Americans, we've been fed all this stuff about Africa. When I told people I was going to South Africa, the first thing they thought about was apartheid. And I'm like, apartheid's been gone for a little bit and everything. But there was still that apprehension of me going to visit. Yeah. And so when I got there, I went to the Apartheid Museum. I did all the things where I got a chance to do the stare and compare between the U.S. and South Africa. Did all that. I also went to the Mall of Africa and saw all these luxury stores and everything else. I saw people walking, laughing, having a great time. I was sitting on a bench and a little baby girl walked past and looked back at me and waved and everything. And, the mom was a little bit ahead, and mom turned back and waved as well. And I'm saying to myself, in the U.S., that child would have been handcuffed to the mom and everything else. There's a freedom in South Africa where you can do those type of things. And, got a chance to eat really great food and talk to people and, see go to the Lion and Safari Park in Lawrenceburg and just, do all the things and realize that I'm in a major city, Johannesburg. I go 2-3 hours, I'm in a safari. I got to travel at least 8+ hours away from me to get to see any of that here.
Yeah.
So I get a chance to see the mountains. I get to see giraffes and rhinos and just enjoy life. I mean, for those 2 weeks I lived, and to come back here, makes you realize missing out on a lot of things and how quickly can I get back there.
So then my question for you is, you said it took you 7 months. What was that process like? Like, why did it take so long? What was going on?
I was introduced to a different way of life.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about it being regimented here in the U.S. Sunday through Saturday, you kind of know what you're doing. Yeah. Monday through Friday, you go to work. Saturday, for me, I would go to swim class, come home. Sunday, you wake up, and then you get ready to go back to work on Monday.
Yeah.
And being in South Africa, I was able to wake up on a Monday, and it's like, okay, what you gonna do today? Then I'm gonna go to the mall, walk around a little bit. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tuesday, I had, an itinerary. I'm gonna go to Sanctuary Mandela. I'm gonna walk around and do a few things.
Mm-hmm.
Every day was something that was completely different than my normal way of life. And being introduced to that, and then coming back to just the regiment, it's like, no, I don't. The things that gave me joy, like going to the pool and everything, it's not quite the same.
Yeah.
Give me a 90-degree day and let me go to a Lion and Safari Park and walk around there and see some things. Let me feed a giraffe. There are some things that I've experienced now that I just can't. It doesn't fit. I'm going to the pool again, but I'd rather be feeding a giraffe. I'd rather be walking around the Mall of Africa.
It makes sense. It totally makes sense. And obviously we went through it ourselves. Obviously it was many, many years ago. Everything that we could do in the States, we really had to plus it up. Once we obviously we was going back and forth a lot of times. But when we wasn't there, just the mundane things that we were doing, which would be considered entertainment things to do, they were not, it wasn't enough. So I'll be honest with you, we started going to the Hamptons, we started going to what's the other place we went to? Yeah, we started going to Martha's Vineyard, we started going to all these different places thinking that we can, do the South African thing, be free. And we found that it wasn't enough, because those were things we saw on TV. Oh, the Hamptons. Oh, you got to go. And we went, and it was nice. We had a great time, me and Tasha, but it wasn't like being in South Africa. So everything that we did, we used to do, we stopped doing it. We used to go on cruises and like everything, and it just wasn't enough. So we just decided that we're just gonna, every time we had time, we would jump on a plane, take that long flight, just so we can sit down and have some good food for a day.
And that flight, I remember, Dr. Bland, you were talking to a couple who were on their trip over there. They were like, well, we're going to probably stop in London and break things up. And you were like, look, I understand that flight may be a little daunting, but you were like, just get here. Once you get here, everything will be okay. You can stop if you have to, but really, once you get here, it'll be better. And when I was booking my flight, like, look, let me go ahead and just get Atlanta and just get straight there. And you were absolutely right. Once I landed, half the time on that flight, you're asleep anyway. They're trying to feed you, knock you out. You wake up, you made it to the Atlantic, and from there, you're only like a couple of hours away from South Africa. You land, you get off the plane, feet on the ground. Okay, bet. Now I can actually go and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's durable.
It is, absolutely is doable. Have you been anywhere else? Like, did you travel anywhere this summer? Have you traveled anywhere this fall? Like, have you traveled anywhere?
No, because I am locked on coming back to South Africa. That's it. I told some friends of mine, you know, I was talking about coming back for my birthday and everything. And I was talking to them. I was like, you know what? Why am I waiting for my birthday? There are two things I've wanted to do. I've wanted to be either on water on New Year's Eve or just be someplace else completely different. And I was like, why can I be in Cape Town and ring in the new year in Cape Town? Like, why can't I do that? Like, it's possible. So yeah, I will be reaching out to you because, you know, I have some people who saying they want to go and do that as well. If they can't make it, it'll be all right. I want to be in Cape Town for New Year's Eve. I want to usher in 2026 being in the Cape.
All right.
So, yes, I want to experience a South African, hopefully I pronounced this right, December?
Yeah, here you go.
I want to experience that. I heard that it's quite different than anything you can imagine. So, yeah. I want
Well, first of all, it'll be hot outside.
Yeah, it definitely will be hot.
Definitely be hot.
I could probably make it. I think, considering that we have to leave the faucets dripping so pipes don't burst because it's so cold.
Yeah.
I could probably handle it. I think so. I mean,
be all right.
Yeah, you know, I was there in February. I know what clothing to bring and everything. I'll be okay. I can make it.
So you got a little bit of familiarization to South Africa to where now you feel comfortable being here, because there's a lot of people that are like, because let's talk about some of the things people say whenever you say you want to go to South Africa, and they like, well, first thing, why you want to go to South Africa? That's one of the things they say. And they also make it seem like, oh, it's super dangerous. It's everything that they see on TV. What do you got to say about that?
Once again, there was a shooting at a celebration of a football championship in this city. There was a shooting.
Yeah.
I am walking around the mall for 3+ hours, probably the longest I've spent in any mall. I am walking around the streets and everything. I had never taken an Uber here in the U.S. I was taking Ubers all over the place in South Africa. Let me call an Uber and let me go to the farmer's market. Let me go. When people talk about the safety, it's like until you get feet on the ground, until you talk to people, until you've experienced it for yourself, hey, we talk about the image of America and the marketing campaign that goes on.
Yeah.
South Africa has a completely different marketing campaign that it can do, because I'm at the mall, I'm walking out of store, I did a little shopping, beep, beep, beep. I turn around, I hand my bags to the security guard who looks like me, said everything, here you go, I gone about my business.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen video here of something like that happening and people just immediately going off? The one thing I love about social media right now, and
besides TikTok, because y'all don't have TikTok anymore.
I don't. Yeah, I never did the TikTok thing. You know, honestly, I tell a friend of mine all the time, I'm YouTube obsessed, and I'm YouTube obsessed because guess what? That is how I was introduced to you guys. You know, I remember my watching videos of Asha here when the world was shut down during COVID.
Yeah.
That was kind of my introduction to the real South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
From there, I just kept watching video after video after video. And then I started seeing people moving. Like they would visit with you guys. And then next thing I know, they started a YouTube channel. Hey guys, we're going to move to South Africa. What the hell's going on over there? What's happening? You just came back and you talking about uprooting your entire family. And Ronnie's video where Ronnie basically broke down when he got back here. You know, and I saw that, and then next thing I know, Ronnie's over there. What in the world is going on? I look at Lazarus, that birthday trip every year. What's going on there? Chris Brown is a megastar. I get that. But little old William went over there too, and he got the same South African love.
Yeah.
You can't, once you get a hold of that, everything else just pales in comparison. And now I know why. Lazarus has an annual birthday trip. I get it. Ronnie, you moved. I get it. I understand now. Believe you have a sister and brother-in-law who are living there now?
Yeah. And my niece she just arrived today.
Yeah. Retired, who said that waking up in South Africa every day is like the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That hit a certain way. It's not like I pay attention to any of your videos or anything like that. You know,
not at all.
I'm just sitting here. Let me see what they're doing today. There is a lot to be appreciated in South Africa, and from the people on to the homes. I show people the home.
Mm-hmm.
That's a house, and that's a house in South Africa. I got the video of the apartment, not the room. Apartment. The apartment at the Leonardo. That's where you stayed. That is where I stayed. Yeah, here's the picture of the breakfast I woke up to every morning when I went downstairs for my coffee and everything. Yeah, here are all the wonderful people I met while I was there. Yeah. That 2 weeks, which was the longest vacation I ever been on, but I still remember talking to Herbert, and I was like, Herbert, I'm not homesick. I can go to St. Louis, 3 hours away. I'm ready to come back home, Kansas City. Oh, I'm not homesick. And Herbert was like, why would you feel homesick when you're home?
Wow.
You giving me something to think about. I'm gonna be quiet. And I remember getting on that plane and heading out of there. And
how was that?
I remember going to the mall and walking around a little bit, and honestly, most of the time I'm ready to come home from vacation. I'm all packed up and everything. It was honestly like I was walking around going, what's next?
Yeah.
And I got to OR and I'm sitting there and I board my flight. And like I said, I got to Atlanta and my flight was supposed to be later on in the day. I went to the ticket counter. I was like, hey, is there any way I can get an earlier flight? She was like, yeah, sure. I had to get my bags reprocessed. I went back up to the counter. I was like, hey, they told me I had to get my bags reprocessed. You shouldn't have to do that. It was just that immediate blast of just like
America.
shit. Yeah, you back in the US, man. All right, okay, all right. This is what we're doing. Yeah, we're back. Yeah. So I carry this with me everywhere I go.
There you go. A reminder.
Everywhere. This is my reminder.
That's every day.
This is every day. I have the picture of the line that's on my phone. Most people got their grandkids and everything else.
Yeah.
Now I got picture of a lioness from the Lion in Safari Park. That's who. When I grab my phone in the morning, I get to look at that picture.
So
And
have you left here? Have you left South Africa? Because it feels like you still like you're still there, like you're still here with us mentally.
I say this in all honesty. There is not a day that goes by that I do not think about South Africa.
Wow.
There's not a day that does not go by that I do not think about it. There are times when I am sleeping and I am dreaming that I am there in South Africa.
I believe
and I
it.
want to wake up from that dream because I'm like, I'm in the Mall of Africa. Dude, let's go over here.
Yeah.
And then immediately it's like, okay, you waking up. It's like, dang it, I was there for a little while. The absolute best trip I've ever been on. And the people. And just the way you guys took care of everything for me, where it was just simple and easy. I just got to show up and you give me the itinerary and I can share the itinerary. There's no fear of traveling by myself because guess what? I've seen people by themselves go. I've seen large groups of people go. But everybody has the same reaction once they've been there. One, how do I get back here? Two,
Yep.
how do I get a chance to move over here? And it's because you guys do such a fantastic job of making it easy for us. I don't have to think about anything. I just got to go and enjoy. Leave my American at the airport.
There it is.
What South Africa or going to show me, and then when I hop back on that plane, I can deal with the rest of this.
Yeah.
But while you're there, hey, hit back, enjoy the food, enjoy the people, see some things that you've never seen before. You know, I can show people the pictures from Pilansburg, and they're just sitting there going, "You were there?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I was on the top of there, and I was looking. I've seen the elephants crossing. Oh yeah." I was sitting down, and here's the pictures of the food that I'm eating. Oh, by the way, I lost weight because the quality of food is so much better. You know, got in more steps than I've gotten in a long time. Why? Because hey, it's just a walkable city, and you go and you do things like that. It's there for you. It's there. Don't believe all this other stuff you're saying, how dangerous it is. No. Man, there are a whole bunch of people who recorded their travels there and are telling you how wonderful it is. And what you're doing for South Africa, my hope is that there are others who are trying to do that same thing for the continent. Because honestly, the more we look at it, and all the different countries are there, and the people, it's like, look, hey, there's a place you can go and you can honestly fit in and enjoy yourself. And it's affordable. And your quality of life is going to be better. But it's something to think about, you know.
Yeah.
You're here trying to plot out retirement and everything else. Like, yeah, you can stay here if you want to. I'm looking at what's over there.
That's right. But you know, but you know what's funny, Will, is the fact that like what we're like, you can say all of this now because you actually came on a trip. You actually came on a trip, and you're just telling it like it is, straight from the heart.
Yeah.
You know, and then you also said, but you've been noticing people who decided that they were in a position to move to South Africa. They actually moved, and they tend to do very, very well once they move here because they've been on a trip and they understand that, you know what, I can't just come over here and wing it. I can't come over here and roll out all my American, this is how it works. And it works. You said it earlier. You have to leave it at home. You have to leave it at the, you know, when you get out the plane, leave it, and become more South African as you try to be here. But yeah, there is a lot of reasons why people are moving here because if you come here on a proper trip, everything that you just said that from the heart because you saw it.
Oh yeah, I've experienced every piece of it. I mean, when I got my itinerary, I was able to share it with my friends and everything. Like, look, hey, I got some free days on here, but here's what I'm going to be doing all the rest of the other days, and
Yeah,
everything was laid out for me. But I also had the freedom to wake up some mornings and go, okay, I'm getting ready to go out here and do a little walking tour. Yeah, let me go and see what's going on. Let me see, you know, able to actually get out there and interact with people. And I mean, spending time with Herbert, I
hmm,
mean, it was just, I mean, once again, you have a guide who is taking you around and showing you everything, and you're able to do that stare and compare with the U.S. But then you also hear about the fact that South Africa had a basically a reconciliation. Hey, we're gonna actually address the racism. We're actually gonna talk about it. We're
yeah,
not gonna shove it aside. No, we need to have a better understanding of this so as a country we can grow. We've been trying to do that for years here, and we're turning deaf ears and la 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 la. We
yeah,
don't
yeah,
want,
yeah.
but South Africa, as much as everybody wants to talk about it, hey, they were willing to do the work.
Yeah.
They were willing to do the work. So we can sit here and talk about how great and wonderful we are. Hey, I've been to a place that really has been walking through this and
Yeah.
doing this work.
In
And
30 years, in a
in
short period of time.
a short period of time. And there's still immense opportunity there. There's immense opportunity. And the people are there and wanting to do that. And so once you see it
Yeah.
and you come here and you see what's going on, it's like, yeah, you know, if there were a place I can go and wake up every day and would want to be there, yeah, South Africa would be it. The hands down.
I love it.
Okay. 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 That's that's that was. I would say this. I think some of the things you're saying will motivate a lot of people, and you kind of mentioned how in the U.S. we're still trying to get to a space where they are. From my perspective, I always think about all of us who are retiring, all of us who got some skills that
Mhm.
this South Africa is looking for. I mean, in every facet of the game. Somebody told me that, and you're gonna have to somebody have to fact check this, but Paramount is building a studio in Cape Town, and that's what I was told. I mean, they, or as somebody would say, them folks, they're coming in droves. They're coming. Believe it or not, a lot of those guys are seeing our content. They might not say anything, but they see our content. They see the homes. They see the lifestyles that's happening. They see other Black Americans, content, testimonies, kind of like yours, and then they say it must be something, and they're sitting amongst themselves with their friends, and then by the time one African American gets on the plane who feels like they're taking a risk, they get on the plane, and there's for every one African American, there's 20 white Americans.
Absolutely. Yeah.
They're
I
on it.
didn't I remember hopping on the plane and looking around and going, okay, I see a few of me, but primarily this plane is filled with others. All
Yeah.
right. And when I landed and I got off of there and I was able to look around and see everybody that looked like me, I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. But then from that moment on, it was truly, hey, you're here, welcome home. You're welcome. I mean, to tell people, all right, you're from the US. All right.
Yes.
And for them to say, out of all the places you could have went, you're here. Yeah, this was intentional. I wanted to come here. I wanted to see what these people are talking about. I keep
Yeah.
seeing all these videos and all this wonderful treatment. I want to see if this is all real. And,
Yeah.
to say, yes, I'm with the real South Africa. Okay. And they just treat you just, I mean, as wonderfully as possible. And from everything, I mean, from checking into the hotel to just the food, I mean, on down the line, I mean, leaving a leaving the Leonardo every morning. You know how many people I had to shake hands with and everything, all this good stuff, just because in that short amount of time you've
Mhm.
made those connections.
Yeah.
It was like, I get this. I get this. This feels wonderful. And now I know why. I see why you moved. I get it. Look, I have no problem. I completely understand. I get it now. I get it. And I think it was your brother-in-law's mom
Yeah,
who got
she's
it. Yeah, I don't watch a lot of your content once again.
No, I know, I'm sure.
It's pretty clear.
Yeah, yeah. When I show people when she like, hey, this is yours, your own kitchen, your own area. You can look, you can wake up and make a full breakfast in the morning and you're not gonna disturb us. And
Exactly.
everyone's looking and going, that's her place. Yeah, because you know, as we talk about our homes here, yeah, that's a real house over there. Quality made. Yeah. They're doing some things over in South Africa. And to take that tour and people are just looking, that's a home. Yes, that's in South Africa. Yes. It's right there for you. Go visit. Here's the YouTube channel. Go out there and take a look at the video. It's there. Yeah. It ain't just me. It's a whole bunch of other people who can vouch for what is there. And nobody's sitting there like, oh, it was the worst trip I've ever taken in my life. No.
Yeah.
I will shut down some places like, look, you know I've been to South Africa, right? Where'd you go? Hey, look here. Let me show you some pictures.
Shut them down.
And now it's starting to circulate in people's minds like, it's over there? Yeah, if you want to take a trip, you know, you could do the work and try to find hotels and everything else, or you can go through this one company right here. You show up and everything's taken care of. You get your free time, you get some organized stuff, but trust me, they will take care of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I would say this. You know, we call her Miss Barbara, and she's been here for a while. She's plussed up her area. We're gonna actually do a video at some point and have a quick interview with her because she's ready to talk. She want everybody, you know, she want people even in her age bracket because she's 89, and to know that there's there's still for people in her age bracket to come and enjoy life. Currently, I'm gonna say currently, she's loving it here. She doesn't even want to go visit nowhere else. She don't even want to go back. She grew up in Baltimore, raised, born, everything in Baltimore, Maryland, and currently she's not interested in going back there at all because she's actually living her best life. She has people that come, you know, because we can, you know, you can get help, and they come clean, you know, every week, and you know, she get to eat some of that good food. She get to cook in that kitchen that you talked about, and she has her outdoor area outside of her space. With that, we got her some outdoor lounge furniture and all that. So she gets up in the morning, early in the morning. She has her tea or coffee.
She has her coffee.
She has her coffee, and she has her crackers or whatever she eats.
She has some little tea biscuits that she eats in the morning, and she makes a full breakfast. Sometimes she makes biscuits from scratch. Like she has like a whole thing.
Yeah, and the funny part about it is, you got to get an invite to go back there.
Yeah,
now. You can't just walk in there.
No. Knock on the door and like ask to be invited in.
And if the door's closed,
you definitely can't come in.
It's done.
No.
The one thing I would say about South Africa, and you're talking about somebody who's 89 and everything.
Yeah.
Level of respect that they give the elders. You know,
Yeah.
and you know, even for me with these gray hairs, I had to let this hair grow out a little bit because, like I said, it's cold. I need some protection up here. So trust me, I'm waiting on spring and summer so I can shave this back down. I lived in South Africa full time. I could do a mark and just go completely. But anyway,
You
I there is that appreciation and that respect for the elders, and I know that I've watched a lot of expat videos, and people are just like, why don't people just do simple greetings in the US anymore?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, when I was in South Africa, everything was a simple greeting just opened up everything. A simple hello, how are you? Just opened up everything. And I those are the parts that we're missing. Like when we talk about our interactions here, we've forgotten, like I said, the little part of American that came out in me, why are you so nice? Hey, you gotta learn how to treat each other better.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think going and experiencing another country makes you look at those simple things.
It does. And it, not to go ahead and finish, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It's funny you bring that up because a lot of us were raised in the South, and this is a conversation I was having with some couples today about how hospitable and how nice they are when it comes to just like acknowledging your presence. So like when you say in the morning you had to greet everybody, take you like 10 minutes because you got to speak to everybody. That's who they are, and that's, as a people, that's who we used to be.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because we've gotten so far away from that, to be in a place where we are now reliving what we used to be, it's like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
That 7 months that we're talking about, and you're like, why did it take so long to adjust?
Yeah.
Once again, I experienced something that, you know, I never in my mind dreamed I would be on the continent.
Ever.
It never once dawned on me. But here I am on the continent. Here I am in South Africa.
Yeah.
And all these people that, you know, we were told to, now you don't ever want to be around them, do this, do that. Like, these people embrace me.
They do.
Like,
they really do.
You know, I'm family. And that waking up in the morning, get ready to go downstairs, and I know I got this long line of people to greet and everything else. I look forward to that.
That's funny.
That every morning, because guess what?
They look for you too.
Yes. They would too. What did you do today? Where'd you go? What did you do? Where, I mean, and
they really want to know.
Yes. Just sharing.
You said a long line of
It was a long line of people.
I love that every morning. And like you said, when I got ready to go back to the airport, hey, those are things I thought about. It was like, oh, I missed this. And so when I say a day does not go by that I don't think about South Africa. I'm not lying. I think about South Africa every day. Seeing you two here, one of my favorite pictures I get to pull up on my phone. I was like, yeah, I know them. You do? I sat down and with them. I know them two right there. So yeah, when you get ready to go on your trip, you may get the opportunity to meet them. But I got a picture with them two right there. I know them. Yeah. I can vouch for them. They are going to take good care of you.
Well, thank you.
The thing is this, you got to travel. You got to go. And if it's there, I have one friend of mine whose son graduates in May. And she's like, I think I would like to do that as a celebration trip. I'm like, go through them. Go through them. Yeah. You know, your son's graduating from high school. You're ready to have just a nice, oh my God, these 18 years. he's ready to move on to the next phase of life. If you go through them, you will have a wonderful trip. You don't have to think about anything. Just go and enjoy yourself. And then when you come back, we can swap stories about what
talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
You know, it's funny when you talk about that trip for the 18-year-old. When my daughter graduated from high school, I gave her a nice reception. It was incredible. You would have thought it was a wedding reception, but it was just a high school reception. And when it was over, she was like, "Okay, this was nice. This was cool. So when we going to South Africa?" And I'm like, so 2 weeks later, I think we were in South Africa.
Yep.
We happened. It was a father-daughter experience, and it was amazing. So,
and the one thing I do appreciate as well is the fact that you've shown your daughter, and I've seen other families who brought their kids along as well to know, number one, hey, international travel is possible for us.
Yes,
we not landlocked. We do have the ability to go hop on a plane and go across some water and see something completely different. But then also to be able to look at people and go, wait, everything I was told is not. The amount of people who will show up on a video and go, I was lied to.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I was lied to moments are kind of like some of the best parts of your video, because I sit there and go, yep, everything you've been told. Yeah. The Sally Struthers action, none of that. None of that is, you are experiencing, you're seeing people living their best life there. And it's possible for you to go and enjoy. I have yet to experience a spa like I experienced in South Africa. That was a true day spa.
Yeah.
And look, I tell people I go get monthly massages and everything else. Nothing compared to that spa I went to. Nothing. Not even remotely close. The best haircut I've ever had, which was downstairs.
Yeah.
The best. I mean, that was an experience that I still tell people, like, look, I've had some haircuts and everything. No, this was a completely different experience. And the fact that I got to do that there.
Yeah, it matters.
I come back here and then you're wondering, like, why did it take you 7 months to adjust? You guys introduced me to a whole new world that I didn't think was possible. And now that I've experienced it, all I want to do is go back there. I could go on a cruise.
Yeah.
I could also sit here and go, you know what? Save and Mark, do it proper. And make my way there in December. Life in the Cape. And do that and enjoy and ring in a new year. And guess what? I don't have to worry about gun violence and everything else. I spend most of my New Year's Eves here in this house because, okay, if I go someplace, what kind of stuff is going to happen?
Yeah, plus it's going to be extra expensive too.
Right. I can go to South Africa and no, you good. You good. You could be out somewhere enjoying a dinner or some other event, and I'm not worried about anything happening. I'm just worried about having a good time and take some pictures and have some stories I can share with some people.
And see, and that's what I keep telling people. People, I keep telling them they want to have a preview of everything that's going to happen before they come. And maybe that's what it is on a cruise, or maybe when you go to Disney. I couldn't tell you, even though I've been on cruises and I've been to Disney. But people want to blow by blow, hour for hour, second for second for everything that's going to happen. And most of the things that I know is going to happen, I can't tell you when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. Meaning that you're going to have a conversation with some cool people. You're going to meet some South Africans. I don't know when. I know during your trip, you're going to meet some cool South Africans. Everything that we know is going to happen is going to happen. I don't know where it's going to happen on the trip, but it's going to happen. And then, and 99.9% of the people that at the end of their trip, they say, I can't believe this happened to me. But we knew it was going to happen the moment that you may have called us or you might have booked it on the website. We know what's going to happen to you when you get here.
Yeah.
We pretty much know.
But to try and explain that to you blow by blow how it's going to happen, you end up looking for it. But if you just relax and let it come to you, everything that's supposed to happen will happen, and you will be better for it if you just relax and go with the flow.
Yeah.
To get there, and once again, I there's that kind of that I carry my stress in my shoulders and my neck. That's just where it's at. And to get there, and I mean, from the time I landed, it's like, okay, I'm here. All right, what I have to do next and everything. I get to Leonardo, I get checked in, and the apartment wasn't ready at that time. And I was like, okay. And I just remember the 3 women who were working to get this place ready for me. And I'm sitting there, and there's a part of me that was like, no, you don't have to do all this. And it was like, no, wait. You're here, and you are a guest. They were going to do this for anybody. You sit and let them do this for you. And that was one of the first things, that idea of, okay, do I deserve to have this type of treatment? And it's like, you do. Sit here, and okay. And then they got done. And then from there, it was like, all right, you're here. What's next? I went to sleep. I woke up the next morning. I think I want to go to Four Ways Farmers Market because I've seen some videos about Four Ways. I gotta take an Uber. I've never taken an Uber anywhere before. Let me download the app, do everything. Driver comes, picks me up, takes me to Four Ways, drops me off. All right, what's next? They keep talking about this place called Woolworths. I want to go see this Woolworths. They drop me by the mall. I get to walk to Woolworths. I walk around and everything. I sit down. I have some food. I'm looking, laughing, enjoying. And I just realized, wait, I'm not tense. I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed. I'm talking to people. We're greeting each other. Hey, how are you? Where are you from? I hear an accent from the U.S. From there on, it was just, all right, I'm here. And I get to enjoy this. And I enjoyed every minute of it, honestly, until we hit Cape Town. And it was like, and your next stop will be the U.S. Look, I've been in Cape Town for about, we flew there first and everything. I was like, Cape Town. Like, I really do need to come back here and explore Cape Town. Like, okay, that up here. But then we took off, and I was like, all right. And I landed back in Atlanta. It's like, okay, I'm here. And I thought I would adjust. I was gone for 2 weeks. This is not that long.
Yeah.
Now, something mentally and emotionally happens to you once you've been to South Africa. There's a change that happens. And I remember you guys talking about it, like, Mark, you went there. And then Dr. Blanton, you went there. And then you were like, it just doesn't feel the same. And I was like, nah, I can't be.
They all say that.
Yeah.
You come back and you start looking and you start plotting and planning and going, okay, bet. All right. How many years do I want to continue to do this thing?
Yeah.
How many years do
you have an out. You have an out. You can go choose.
How many years do I want to keep doing the same regimented Sunday through Saturday routine?
Yeah.
And man, what would it be like to wake up there? Like, you've done it for 2 weeks, but what would it be like every single day? And that's why I love that you have the videos with people who have moved there, and you go and
Mhm.
ask them, 2 weeks, a month, 3 months. Hey, so how has it been for you being here? And I've not heard one person say, you know what, I'm so ready to go back to the US.
No.
I miss it. I haven't heard one person say that.
Yeah.
And it's like, because once you've gotten there, and once again, you're doing a lot of the legwork for a lot of people in terms of, hey, let's set this up so you know what's going to go on, and we're going to make this as seamless for you as possible. We're trying to do everything we can because you experienced it, and now you know, hey, here are the things you need to worry about. But once they get there, it's like, all right, I can relax. I can now embrace this. I can enjoy the food, the people. I get to wake up every day, and every day feels like the weekend. And I tell people that a lot. I was like, yeah, she says every day feels like the weekend in South Africa. I want to experience every day feeling like the weekend.
Yeah.
If she wants to ever throw that on a T-shirt, I know at least one person who would buy it. If the real South Africa wants to throw that on some merchandise, I know at least one person who would buy that shirt.
Every day feels like the weekend. Got it.
Every day feels like the weekend. I would buy that and wear that proudly because hey,
OMG.
I've
But
experienced.
hey, I tell you what, Will, I totally appreciate you making it clear that South Africa is a great destination, and of course sharing your story of I'm gonna call it your return, but it wasn't return to Africa, but return to America. But sharing your return and sharing your story with us, because I know a lot of people need to hear it. Obviously, other people will hear it and they will respond, and of course I'll let you know when it comes out so you can
Okay,
you
absolutely.
can yeah, you can check it out. But yeah,
And
so
you can text me when you miss us, by the way.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, look, my sister sends me a good morning text every day. So look, don't hey.
The weather and be like, it's 85 degrees. And
Like, I know.
negative 13.
Yeah, look, it's negative some here. Yeah. I mean, and this is what we're looking at for the next 3 days. And meanwhile, I tell people, like, yeah, over there right now, like 80 some degrees. Like, it is. Yeah, it is.
yeah,
Really, really.
You still checking.
Oh, look, there are on my weather app, and when I tell you this is where I'm at in my life, there's Kansas City, there's Johannesburg weather, and there's Cape Town weather. This
I get it. I get it. Okay.
When I tell y'all, like there's not a day, not one that goes by that I do not think about South Africa. And so I cannot get my feet back on that continent. I cannot wait to get my feet back in that country.
Now you'll be back here soon enough, and then, like I said, you will appreciate it even more. And there's more journeys that you're going to be able to. You could add to your story. Let's just say that, and whatnot. So, but like I said, we truly appreciate you telling this story, and like I said, maybe we'll have you back on again, because, like I said, as time go on, it gets a little deeper and gets a little deeper. Only reason I'm saying that is because we know it, because we lived it, and we're watching you in real time. Go through, some of the steps that we've been through, and so forth. So all I can say is we're gonna sign off, and but like I said, we're glad to have you here with us at the Real South Africa. You are an alumni.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It is wonderful seeing you two again. I really appreciate being able to recap this, and I am looking forward to that next adventure.
Absolutely. Right here.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a great one. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, guys. I know you are watching this and was like, wow, he is exactly where a lot of people are right now, especially who came with us, the Real South Africa. They came and they was like, oh my God, and now they're back in the States, because these are some people who had their first impressions, and now they've been back for a while, and again, it's hard to get it off of your mind. So I want to thank the South Africans that he ran across, and just South Africa in general. I mean, this country would not have been in the position that it is in for our people to come and enjoy themselves without a lot of sacrifice and so forth. So we're coming to patronize too sometimes. And patronize the country, and we always try to recognize the struggle and so forth, and the fact that you guys have come so far here in South Africa, and those that are in America, you guys are welcome to come visit the Real South Africa. Just hit us up on our website, therealsouthafrica.com. So we will see you on where?
In sunny South Africa.
Peace. Blanton, and this is
Dr. Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism.
And we have amazing packages to Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban. So we would like to see you guys here. All you have to do is just go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and we'll make sure that your trip here is amazing.
See you here in sunny South Africa.
All right, guys, join us in South Africa on this special tour that we're putting together for you guys, those of us who like great spas, luxe experiences, great food, great venues, like top-notch everything. This tour is for you. They're not too different than our regular tours that we normally do to Johannesburg, Cape Town, but this one is going to be extra special because you're going to get a chance to meet the chefs. You're going to get a chance to, just chill out. And of course, there's going to be a lot of shopping involved. So just go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and you too could be chilling in South Africa. And if you've never been to South Africa or you've never been to Africa, well, this is the perfect time for you to book that trip to make sure everything is taken care of, because we take care of your transportation, we take care of your hotels, your lodging, we take care of all your venues where you're going to eat. I mean, this is a no-brainer. It's the easiest way to travel, and to travel proper is to have everything selected for you, sorted, so you can have an amazing time. So all I can say is book this trip, and of course, go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and you're going to have the most amazing time possible. See you in sunny South Africa. All right, guys, the real estate tour for 2025, it has been set. We're going to Durban. Durban is amazing, as you can see. A lot of coastal villages, a lot of coastal property that you're going to be able to see right there on the Indian Ocean. We're going to be having a lot of events while you guys are there. Just like the 2024 trip, they were surprised of how organized and how well it was, and that they had access to property, and you're going to be able to have access to property as well. So if you ever thought about having property in sunny South Africa, this is your chance. I would say book this trip immediately, come through. Of course, we have payment plans and so forth. And of course, we have a lot of content on our YouTube channel talking about what they did in 2024 and in 2023 and in 2022. So I would say for you guys that are interested, come to sunny South Africa Real Estate Tour.
Imagine a place where your history comes alive and your future unfolds. Welcome to South Africa, where Black excellence meets natural wonder. From the vibrant streets of Johannesburg to the sun-kissed beaches of Durban, a journey of discovery awaits. The Real South Africa Travel and Tourism understands your journey. Because it's our journey too. We've curated experiences that speak to the Black American soul, ensuring your trip is not just a vacation, but a homecoming. From safaris that bring you face to face with majestic wildlife, to wine tours in the lush Cape winelands, We offer adventures that cater to every taste and interest. So why are Black Americans flocking to South Africa? Because here we don't just visit, we belong. Book your unforgettable journey today with the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. Discover your roots, embrace your future. The Real South Africa awaits.
All right, guys, this is Mark Edward Blanton from the Real South Africa. And guess what? Our visa services is back. We're going to be helping you guys with visas because we all know that it can be problematic to get a visa here in the Republic of South Africa. So what we have done, we partnered with a big company that will assist us, and we've checked them out. We recommend that their services are very, very proper. Of course, we go with proper here in the Republic of South Africa, and they can assist you. So if you have questions about, do I qualify for a visa? Then that's when we have our consult. You get a consult with these guys. They will literally go through everything with you. And my expectations is for you to ask all the questions that you need to ask so you will know exactly which way to proceed. So they work in every arena of immigrations. So it would definitely help us who are looking to migrate to the Republic of South Africa. And all I can say is first, come on a trip, of course. And once you come on a trip, then you will be motivated to do all the work that needs to happen for you guys to come to South Africa properly. So all I can say is this is a great team. This is a great situation. All I can say is, again, reach out to us at outreach@therealsoutafrica.com. We will respond to you, and then you'll get an email, and then the process has began. Okay, so we will see you guys here properly in sunny South Africa.
South Africa has partnered with the firm to give you more options for payment. Please visit our website to find out more.
Do yourself a favor. Come to South Africa. Come to the Kruger and enjoy what is meant for you to enjoy. Look at this environment. Can't you see yourself enjoying yourself right here with the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism? Well, we can make it possible, and we could do this for you today. Go to our website, therealsoutafrica.com, and book, and you'll be part of something like this, something very special, something you can tell your friends and families that you did. And yes, this is Africa. This is the Africa that they do not want you to see, but we're going to show it to you, and we're going to make it available. And yes, we've been there ourselves, and we feel that this is the best experience that you can actually have here in the Republic of South Africa. So come here on safari with us. And of course, visit our website, therealsoutafrica.com. All right, guys, welcome to the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. We are a travel company based in Johannesburg. However, we can get you to Durban because look at what you're looking at. Isn't that amazing? Can't you imagine yourself just hanging out here for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days? I'm trying to tell you, you're probably not going to want to leave like a lot of our guests from the past. However, all you have to do to come here is reach out to our website, therealsoutafrica.com, and you can come and enjoy and see what South Africa is really about. There's so much here, so much to do between the beaches, between the culture, between the food and everything else. And of course, the people here in South Africa, in this place called Durban. We will see you here in sunny South Africa. It is time for a vacation, and where else would you want to go? Look at South Africa as one of the premier destinations in the world. We have Cape Town, we have Johannesburg, and of course we have Durban, and of course some of the best attractions in the world. We offer 5-star experiences here in South Africa, and of course the cultural side of South Africa as well. Contact us now here at The Real South Africa.
Thank you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.